Hey there, Jags. Mrs. Miller here, and I wanted to talk to you about a few things since we are not having our last Zoom meeting until Thursday night at 6:30. And if you look right here on the computer, it says Zoom meeting Thursday at 6:30. So just log on and we're going to have a little bit of fun and celebrate the end of this crazy but exciting school year that we have had. Also, before then, I want you to go ahead and I want you to click on this end of the year flip grid and record, your favorite memories, the funniest memories, all of that good stuff. There's some question or some sentence starters in there to help you out. I also want to talk to you a little bit about the emoji escape room. I gave you guys one last week and a few of you had some problems or some questions about it. And if you do finish this escape room and you can snip me a picture or send me a picture of you finishing it, there will be a special surprise waiting for you at the end from me. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do the escape room is you're going to click on this link. It says the emoji escape room. Okay, and it gives you a little bit of information about the escape room. It says escape from planet emoji. Can you escape planet emoji? You and your classmates were headed on a simple field trip to Mars when something went terribly wrong. The best you can tell, your ship entered a wormhole that took you to a totally different galaxy. Your ship lands on a planet unlike anything you've ever seen before. You're greeted by the inhabitants of the planet emojis. After a lot of convincing, the Emoji Queen agrees to allow just a few students to use their ship to return home to Earth. You have 60 minutes to solve the puzzles and the clues that the emojis throw at you. Are you destined to escape? Okay, so that's kind of the introduction. And then if you go down here, do you see the word next? You're going to click on next and it will take you to the next one. Okay? And that's just kind of telling you again, will you and your friends escape? And then this is the Emoji Queen. Report to her to get to the next challenge envelope. Okay? So the first question down here at the bottom says, will you work hard to escape? Yes, or I have no choice. Well, you do have a choice, but we're going to say yes. And then it'll say next. So you're just kind of clicking through here. Now this is kind of where people got lost last week, because it says start here, challenge 1. So you're going, do you see right here where it says challenge 1, file? Your first challenge is below. Use the challenge to find the code word you need to give the queen to pass on to the next challenge. So this is what's called a Google form. And you're going to click on the Google form to get your challenge. You're going to solve it. And then you come back here and you type your answer in. If your answer is not correct, then it will not let you go on. You have to try again. So I'm going to click right here on this link. See how my little finger is on it? So I'm going to click on this link. And do you see where it says make a copy? You're going to click on make a copy because it's downloading your challenge. Okay, it's loading. Okay, and it says challenge 1. Now, if you look up here at the top, do you see where it says Emoji Escape Room? This needs to stay up here. This is in your Canvas, and if I click back on it, it's going to take me straight back to that page, okay? So the first challenge, it says, use the poem, The Cow, to solve the clues that Emoji Queen gives you. Fill in the boxes with an answer from the word bank. You may not need to use every box. Use the letters from the green boxes to create the code word to give the Emoji Queen. So then if I go to my next one, here is my word bank. And the words you're going to use to solve this are ABAB, which is the rhyming pattern, 3, 8, 12, Stevenson, apple tart, farm, meadow, and corn train. Okay? So these are the words you're going to use to answer these clues. And then you read the poem, The Cow by Robert Louis Stevenson. The friendly cow, all red and white, I love her with all my heart. She gives me cream with all her might to eat with apple tart. She wanders lowing here and there, and yet she cannot stray. All the pleasant open air, the pleasant light of day. and blown by all the winds that pass, and wet with all the showers. She walks among the meadow grass and eats the meadow flowers. Okay? And then you're going to click on the next slide, and it says the number of syllables in line 1. So you're going to have to go back to the poem. Line 1 is right here. The friendly cow, all red and white. Okay, so the number of syllables. You're going to use your word bank, and you can still see it straight up here. If it's 3, you're going to spell out the word T-H-R-E-E. Okay, you might need to write this on a piece of paper. So if I were to have a piece of paper, I would, make all my little boxes, and I'd write T-H-R-E-E. Okay, 1 letter in each box. Okay, then once you have that, and that's not the answer to number 1, by the way, then you'll go to this one, the number of lines in this poem. So you'll have to go back to the number of lines and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So then I'm going to go back to this slide, and I'm going to spell out 12. T-W-E-L-V-E. Okay, so E is going to be green. So write that on a piece of paper to the side, and you're going to go through and you're going to finish, spelling out these words. This black one, this means this is 2 words. So each time there's a green square, you're going to use the letter that's in that square. And then you have to unscramble those letters to get your word. Okay, so it's going to be a 4-letter word. You have to unscramble it. It has something to do with poetry, hint, hint. When you think you have your word, then you're going to go up here to the Emoji Escape Room, and you're going to type in your answer. Okay, if your answer is wrong, let's just say we think it's 5. Okay, it says make sure you type the word all in lowercase, okay? Okay. And if I hit next, it won't let me go on because that word is not correct. So when you have the word correct, then you'll hit next, and you'll go to the next challenge, okay? And it'll keep leading you through the different clues, and each time you get done with one, it'll give you a puzzle piece that you use. So remember to always make sure that you have this Emoji Escape Room up here at the top, and then you're going to make copies of your challenges. Now when you're done with this and you have it correct, I would X out of it so that you don't keep coming back onto it. And it'll take you all the way through each challenge. Okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to email me and I will help you the best I can. Alright? Good luck. I hope you escape Planet Emoji. Bye!